And simple reason being, you guys are good at what you do. You guys are bloody good at what you do, which is why we've had an amazing time up until now, and would surely recommend it to a few people. Hello, everyone. I'm Parag. I personally look after the product at VoiceClub. So, VoiceClub is an on demand audio consultation platform. To us, and to I think a lot of companies, is extremely important, right? So, don't get me wrong, growth is very important as well. But if you're not able to get your users to come back to your platform and perform the activity that you want them to, you're never going to grow, right? You, as I had said previously, you might grow to 1 billion users, you might grow to, let's say, 2 billion users, but out of those 2 billion users, if you have, let's say, 1 million people who come back, what's the point, right? And even, let's say, you're a very early stage startup, and this is the actual time where you can actually figure out what your user is doing, right? You have a small scale of users, you have a small cohort of users, and you do know, okay, you know what, my users come to my platform, they perform A, B, C, D actions, and this is why they're staying for a good amount of time. But the more you start growing, you'll not the cohort of users start increasing, right? And you do not really know what to consider at that point in time. So if you do figure out what my users want on the platform from a very early time, and from a very early standpoint, you'll realize, you know what, if I have to grow sustainably, retention is the only way to go across this. And we believe that strongly, which is why we're trying out a bunch of things. We're seeing obviously there are multiple things that work and multiple things that don't work, but we've realized, and we're glad to have realized this very early on, you know what, if you have to grow, retention is the only way to do it. Something we have gotten into this very recently, the feature that's the WhatsApp marketing channel. So that is something we're really looking forward to using. And again, we want to just dive deeper into journeys, because that has already given us such a beautiful impact, right? So we have a bunch of notifications that says, a simple example for a notification was, you know what, Diwali चल रहा है आपका और अकेले ना रहे, अब आइए हमारे पार्टनर से बात कीजिए. So that one simple notification that just says, come back and speak to our partners, that was able to get us a good amount of calls in that particular day. So we really want to dive deeper into journeys, and we really want to see how much more can we explore with this one particular segment. A notification that we had run on the Diwali and Dussehra time was, अकेला ना रहें और आके हमारे partner से बात कीजिए, right? And partner was essentially the name of the partner they had already spoken to. So that was a variable name. So that particular message, it had some of the highest conversions on the platform, and the conversion that we look primarily are the click-through conversions, which basically means how many users click on the notifications and then perform a certain action. Right, so we hit about a 17 to 18% conversion on that one particular notification, and this was, again, we had done this through journeys just to see what had the user done before this to come to a certain action. So that was, again, it had a great metric at that point in time. It's been delightful. I'm going to be very honest with you. It's been really, really nice up until now, and the simple reason being is I and all the company as well, we really value relationships, right? And that's the way, our entire product, if you think about it, is all based on relationships, right? So that is something we really value. And the relationship I've had with you guys, Shweta, then Pankit, and all these Saurabh and all these other guys have been brilliant, and you guys are helping out at every step and time of the way. And me being the guy I am, if any sort of problem does come on the platform, I always drop down a mail immediately saying, hey, XYZ, this is not working the right way, and anything else. And WebEngage as a company, you guys are responding back really fast, which is encouraging, because we're growing very, very fast and very steadily right now. And if we don't have someone who's willing to be with us 24/7, that would be like a major turn off. But in your case, in your guys' case, it doesn't seem the case. You guys are always with us throughout the day, throughout the week. So that is a real motivating factor for all of us. So yeah, the WebEngage starter program is really brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Being one of them, I would definitely recommend them. And Simple reason being, you guys are good at what you do. You guys are bloody good at what you do, which is why we've had an amazing time up until now, and would surely recommend it to a few people, any people actually.
Web Engage. Retention simplified.